All right, welcome to Bax TV, your number one tech tip channel that is there for you, helping you to get over your stress that is involved in academic writing, like your CV, your statement of purpose, and all of that. We're here to serve your interest, and also we are in for technology tips, everything you need to know about technology, fixing of other things, tutorials, and troubleshooting and everything. Just hit Bash TV. You have everything there. Good. So just subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so that anytime there's a new video, you get it or you get notified so that you'll be ahead of time. All right. So in our past videos, we looked at our tutorials, we looked at CV preparation and all of that, the other tech tips and all of that. But in today's lesson tutorial, we'll be looking at how to write a statement of purpose. I mean, a very good one, a great statement of purpose. There are some few questions that will serve as a guide. So that is what we'll be doing today. So I'm your humble instructor, your IT instructor, Bright Hovia Haji. That is Bax in short. So we'll be looking at the various components of the lesson for today. All right, so we'll be looking at statement of purpose. So first of all, we need to ask ourselves, statement of purpose. We need to ask ourselves, what is it? What is it? And in recent times, all graduate schools or studies are demanding for a statement of purpose. And if you are a student, undergraduate student, and you're not able to write a good statement of purpose, you could be denied admission to graduate studies. So basically, for all graduate studies, statement of purpose is now number one requirement, aside your CV and our admission and all that. So we want to look at statement of purpose. So what is it? A statement of purpose, or people call it basically SOP, also known as the research statement or letter of intent, which is basically written to the admission panel, or those in charge of admission for any graduate studies or sometimes undergraduate, and talks about your career path, your interests, your professional contributions, your goals, and the driving force behind pursuing that particular program. Now, you have the desire to pursue a particular program. Let's assume a cyber security, that is Master of Science in cyber security. Now, they need to know why you want to pursue that program. Your interests, the driving force behind pursuing that particular program. Why do you want to pursue that program? What inspired or what informed your decision? All these things should be, written in a statement form, and this is what we call the statement of purpose. Now, in some instances, it's usually submitted in the form of an essay. Okay, but some universities they also keep it in a question based. So it means that you'll be answering a question. In a way of answering these questions, you are indirectly writing your SOP. But in some instances, you write it in an essay form. So basically, this is the SOP, or this is the statement of purpose. This is what it entails. Now, before you write this correctly, to fit the standard, there are some few questions that I'll be taking you through as far as the statement of purpose is concerned. And basically, in graduate studies, these statement of purposes are very key. If you're not able to write any good statement of purpose, you could be denied admission, and of which that wouldn't be any good news for you. So in the next few minutes, I'll be taking you through the guidelines, and please pay attention. Leave your comments in the comment section. I'll be responding to them accordingly. All right, so we want to look at 9 questions to guide you write a great statement of purpose. So the questions are going to serve as a guide, and in the process of our lesson or tutorial, I'll be taking you through examples on our site. We'll be taking you through examples on our site, that is Bax Foundation Global. We have detailed one of which I'll be speaking on. So as we are going through the slide and the content, we'll be going through that side too as well. So that is it for Bax Foundation. Good. So we want to look at the 9 questions that will serve as a guide to writing a very good statement of purpose. Good. So now the number one question. What do you want to study? That is the question you need to ask. What do you want to study? That is the first question that will serve as a guide. When we mean by what do you want to study, we are talking about the field or the specialization. For instance, I'm an IT, I have an IT background. So maybe if I want to study, let's say, I want to study Master of Science or PhD in a program like cybersecurity and digital forensics, okay, or let's say MSc, that is Master of Science in cybersecurity and digital forensics. Good. So this is the program that I want to study. So the question one is, what do you want to study? I already know what I want to study. That is what? MSc or Master of Science, cybersecurity and digital forensics. So the specialization. Okay, so maybe in some instances it could be that you want to be in the IT field, but what area? Could it be data, maybe big data or data mining or computer science, or a whole lot. It could be database management and all that. That is the field of IT. Let's say in the field of business, let's say you want to do business communication or human resource management or procurement, accounting. All these things are fields. Maybe in the sciences, as in medicine, biomedical engineering, and a whole lot. Those are so the field and the specialization. These are the first thing. The first thing that you need to know what you want to study. So that is the field. So the first thing that will guide you in writing a good statement of purpose is you need to know what you want to study. For example, Master of Science, that is I want to be in the sciences. That is what cyber security and digital forensic. That is good. So that is number one. Now let's quickly rush to number 2. Why do you want to study that program? Basically, you just have to give 2 reasons. You don't have to make it too lengthy. Okay, just give 2 reasons. So why do you want to study that program? For instance, why do you want to study human resource management? Why do you want to do that? Now, so under this, you look at what your goal, that is a job or interest, or what is it? Do you have is it because of a job that you want to study that program, or you have an interest for it, or what is it? What actually is the driving force to you studying that program or that particular program? So you need to know what is the goal. Is the goal that is it that you want to get a particular job? Let's say now you think in these recent times this particular job is paying. So I also want to run into it. To want to go and study that program and also come back and get a good job, or you actually have an interest in it. Art, if you have an interest in art, good. So that is the first thing that you need to underline. So after identifying what you want to study, the next thing that you need to do is to indicate why you want to study that program. The people on the admission panel will be glad to be convinced. If you are not convinced with what you've written, you can't use it for anything. They just dump in and trash. So the second question that we're looking at is why do you want to study that program? Of which we are talking about 2 reasons. So the first one is your goal or a job or interest, or what is it? Is it something that is just pushing you? So you need to give the interest. For instance, if it's cybersecurity, I have so much interest in cybersecurity because in my area there is so much cyber fraud, of which I believe that when I have so much lesson or so much in-depth knowledge in cybersecurity and digital forensics, I'll be able to help my community to eradicate or fight cyber fraud, which has been on the rise over the ages now, and also instances of which senior high school students or basic school students are bullied online. That is cyberbullying. So I believe that when on this thing, it's my biggest interest to have so much in-depth knowledge in cybersecurity and digital forensics, so that it will be able to help me keep problems like this. So I've been able to answer question 2, which by so doing, I'm continuing with the writing of my statement of purpose. So another one is, why this specific program or not something else? Why not go to uh, why not go to any other program apart from this? So you need to distinguish between why you are studying that program and why not studying other thing else. Then the question could be like, why not any other thing else but this particular program? Just like I indicated earlier, yes, this is what is happening. This is the prevailing situation in my area, and this is how I intend to solve this problem when given, or when I'm given a chance to understudy this particular program with so much skills and knowledge. Yeah, so that is question 2, which has been answered with, why do you want to study this program? So they want to know. They want to know. They want to know if you want to study, let's say, uh, Master of Science and junior high school education. I mean, you want to anything. I mean, like MPhil in any field, educational psychology or teacher education or anything. You should be able to list out clearly the reason why you want to study that program. And I believe that these 2 questions will give you 1 paragraph. These 2 questions will give you 1 paragraph. Good. So we want to look at question 3. So the question is question 3 now. How did you become interested in the above program, like what we've talked about? Now you have to establish with reasons. Establish with reasons. For instance, I just indicated that in my area where I stay or where I come from, there is the high rise in there, or there's increase in cyber fraud, of which it's derailing a lot of vibrant youth from pursuing their goals and also continue with their academic work. So a lot of them are dropout now, of which it's a problem. It's a cause to worry. So growing up, I feel that when given the exposure to understudy programs like this, I will be able to uh, offer it back to the society by helping these young ones overcome their fears and also ignore completely the issue of cyber fraud and also focus on their project. So the question now is, how did you become interested? I became interested in this program due to the things I went through when growing up. As a child, when I was growing up, I encountered problems like this, or let's say accounting. Growing up, I had the opportunity to, let's say you want to do masters in accounting. So question 3 could be that growing up, I used to help my mom in her petty shop, that is petty trading. We've been selling these provisions, I mean, this biscuit and all that. But I got to a point that where anytime I go to school, that my mom is also busy with contacted somebody, a little girl who stays with us and all that. And there are instances that we come back and there are some abnormalities. There are some monies that are not tallying with what has been sold, and so a whole lot. So I realized that this has been a problem, even though basic arithmetic is there for us to help manage it. But I believe that when I have so in-depth knowledge in accounting, I will be able to help my mom, in other words, also develop a system for her, and also all petty traders or business communities in my, people in my area. I'll be able to develop a system for them, an accounting system that will be able to help prevent the issue of, sales girls and sales boys trying to maneuver their ways out to siphoning money from these businessmen and women. So number 3 has been answered in 2 fields, in IT and also accounting. So this is number 3. I hope you are following. If you have any question to ask concerning these 3 questions we've discussed so far, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be responding to them. Don't try to create an instance of a very open or a general problem. Try to limit it to something that probably emanated from your childhood, So don't no generic story. Don't just frame any story from no. Try to liaise it with when you growing. I mean, things you encountered in the journey of life, which has informed or that has built your interest in that particular program. It makes everything look real, not that you are just trying to pull us together out of being smart or anything. No. Don't forget the people on the panel for to vet or to assess your admission, your application for graduate studies or anything are equally experts. I mean, they are very good. So please try to be very real and be truthful and be straight to point. So that is number 3. Good. So I hope you are following and you are enjoying the conversation and the discussion as well. Good. So if you do, let's quickly get to number 4. What steps have you taken so far towards learning this program? For instance, if you are applying for a postgraduate studies, so let's say, have you obtained any degree? Have you obtained any diploma? Like, have you done something growing up? You develop interest in this particular field. What have you done so far academically? So if you are an undergraduate student, you've completed your first degree. Yes, this is where you talk about it and your field. For instance, if you did Bachelor of Science in IT, Information Technology, you talk about it. And now some of the courses you took during your undergraduate studies, let's say ethics and security in IT, the project management, database management, and emerging technologies, website development, and management information. These are some of the programs that you took during the degree stage, or let's say, I mean, any course you took during the degree or diploma studies, you need to indicate it here. The project you undertook, could it be project in any of the levels? Maybe level 100, you undertook a project. Good, talk about it here. If it is 200, you did a project. Fine. If it is a group, you can still talk about it, what you did in the project. If it's a single project you did, fine. That is good. If it's at the end of the program that you did a project to, you are permitted to talk about it here. You're permitted to talk about the project. It gives so much knowledge about your readiness for the program you're applying for. It tells the panel that you've taken a step ahead to learn and be expecting more chances to learn again. So that is number 4. The steps you've taken towards learning this program. Good. So let's quickly hit to number 5. Like I said from the beginning, if you're having a question, just drop it in the comment section. I'll be responding to you. Don't forget, click on the notification bell so that you'll be able to get all updates. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Again, we are looking at 9 questions to guide you write a great statement of purpose, SOP. We're looking at question 5 now. We've looked at 4 questions so far, and I hope you are getting the concept. So number 5, how has your previous experience shaped your understanding of the subject? For instance, I want to, let's say, I want to take a Master of Science in Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics. Now the question, how has your previous experience, the experiences you've had in academic, that is your previous certificate, previous studies in undergraduate studies. During the undergraduate studies, I discovered a lot of things that are so much into cyber security. I should understand how the cyberspace works. I mean, if I want to really study postgraduate, go into postgraduate studies in Master of Science in Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics, well, my experiences, like I was able to understand that website development. First of all, I need to know how to be able to, debug a code, how to build a website, and how to be able to seal bugs, or how to prevent people from trying to hack into systems. Management information system, ethical, computer ethics. All these things have exposed my mind to understand that cybersecurity is very big. It's very, very big. And also, if it were to be an instance of, let's say, MIS, Management Information System, in the postgraduate level, the experiences you've had during your undergraduate studies, this is where you bring them. Your experiences in when growing up, and also your experiences in the understanding of the subject. How do you understand the subject better? based on your previous experiences. I realized that cybersecurity is deep and needs so much knowledge in coding and so much knowledge in programming. You should be able to understand how those things work. Ethical security, you should understand all those things. So that is the number 5th point, and there is a sub point under it. How have your previous choices helped you? Good. The program you did and the courses that you did in the program, the optional ones you took and all that, how have they helped you? For instance, you want to let's say you want to do Master of Science. I keep saying this thing. I don't know why I have so much interest in the cyber security and digital forensics. Let's assume that this is what you want to do at the Master of Science level, but your undergraduate you did, let's say, Bachelor of Art, you did French. You see, the experiences you have with it may not tally. But let's say that you did let's say communication and media studies at undergrad level, that is undergraduate level, and you want to do postgraduate studies in business communication. Yes. So how have your previous choices, how have your previous studies, that is communication and media studies, how have they helped you in understanding the subject, which is the business communication you want to do now? Yeah, so it's more or less like continuity. How have they helped you? So you'll be able to state clearly that during my undergraduate studies, this, I was able to understand deeper the concept of business communications based on communication skills and all that technical writing, technical communication and report writing. All these things helped you to understand that business communication deals with MIS in some instances and also some basic languages that you have to bring in. This is how it has helped you. So you must state it in your statements of purpose. That is for number 5. Now let's look at, we are done with that one. So let's look at the 6th one. In your journey so far, what specific skill are you lacking in this field? Okay, again, let's assume that I want to do business, let's say digital cyber security and digital forensics. So I've talked about my undergraduate studies, which is IT, Bachelor of Science. Good. So in your journey so far, from your studies, from growing up and all that, the courses you've offered, and before you are here trying to pursue another studies in cybersecurity and digital forensics. So what specific skill are you lacking? You should be clear enough. Don't forget, this is a point that you should be very specific. You should be clear. What specific skill are you lacking? Good. So at a point, I was lacking coding skills. Programming. So quickly, I have to do something about it. But over here in writing, you must be very sincere. The skills that you feel are the ones that you now have to learn, but you are lacking it. You can state them here. In my journey so far, in the skills that I'm lacking is the ability to hack into a complex system and understand how the cyberspace works deeply. This is the skill I lack. There are examples I'm citing. So what skill and why is this skill important to you? Like as this thing is missing, why is it so important to you that you feel that you should have gotten it? So it means that they will see that this particular skill is very important to you, but you're lacking it. So how do you intend to get it? Or something, if you already have everything, you don't need an additional degree. You get it. If you claim you have everything here, it means you don't need an additional degree. But if you explain clearly here that this skill you don't have it, it means that you are ready to learn. So with the Master of Science in cyber security and digital forensics, the skill of trying to understand how the cyberspace works, even at a point that network system or service providers are low. All these things, these are skills that I'm just trying to speak on the point of IT. It could be other fields or anything. It could be business, it could be education, it could be science, it could be agric, any field or technology. Infrastructure. That is a construction. It could be any field. So, why is this skill important to you? So you must state it. If stating this particular skill, it will indicate to the panel that This is why you want to be given the chance to study this particular program. So don't feel shy to talk about it. So let's go to number 7. Yes, let's go to number 7. Yeah, number 7 is basically the same as the one I've talked about. Say sorry. So let's quickly run to the 8. Now, how does this graduate degree help you in your journey further? What are the outcomes from this degree that you require? What or how do they help you? I mean, they're talking about your previous studies. How have they helped you so far? I mean, during that time, what did you learn? I mean, during my undergraduate days, I was able to learn this particular skill, which I have inculcated into my database management work and my web development skills and my blogging skills and all that. You should be able to state it. What are the outcomes from this degree? What did you get from that? So you should be able to speak on this thing. When you say it, it will send a good signal to them that the previous studies after completion is not wasted. It's still good, it's still being put to good use. So when given this particular chance to, you'll be still be able to put it to good use. So you must be real here. You must be real here. Let's quickly talk about the last one. Now, what are the specific things in our program? What any specific professors in the college? I mean, talk about somebody who has inspired you. Any of the research labs, research interests of the professors that align with your interests. For instance, let's say I am applying for Master of Science in Cyber Security and Digital Forensics in the University of Alabama in the US. Good. So let's say there's a name of one professor there who have been admiring so much, who is doing so much in the cyberspace that I followed for almost 5 years. The very research works that he has done that has inspired me. You need to talk about it here. Why do you have to talk about this thing here? If you're able to talk about this thing here, it tells the panel that even though you've not been given the chance, you are still reading about the course you are intended to do and the course you are applying to, and you are even researching about professors in that department and their research interest and all that. If that is research interest is in line with your personal interest or that program, it means that they will see that no, this person is making advanced preparation. And the last one is any courses that are offered that you think will help. Good. So these are all things that you need to talk about. So basically, we've looked at 9 questions that will help you to write a good statement of purpose. Now, so we want to now go to our site and look at some few details. We talked about the questions, and also we want to. This is a BAS Foundation. Yes, anytime you want to get me, we offer scholarship tips and academic writing, CV, SOP, motivational letter, and all of that, recommendation and all of that. So just it's basfoundation.com. You will get it. You will get it. We are here for you. And you can check the URL and you check it. So now I want to speak on some few. We want to look at the do's for your SOP application. We want to look at the do's, the things that you need to do. Okay, the things that you need to do. For instance, if it is your undergraduate, if you are writing an SOP for undergraduate studies, let's look at it. Let's finish with it before we come to the postgraduate. So your purpose of taking the program and the opportunities you wish to explore. That is the undergraduate. I've talked about a lot of things in earlier tutorial. So that is the first thing that you need to do. Then from there, you look at your academic journey and accomplishment. We've talked about all those things. How you started, I mean, to where you've gotten to, and the things you have achieved. That is your accomplishment. Now, your extracurricular activities, the very things you've done aside academic work. Yes, you need to talk about the seminars attended, projects undertaken, and a whole lot, conferences and all that. Your motivation and career aspiration. What motivated you or what inspired you to picking this particular program as an undergraduate course? I mean, you need to talk about all these, your career aspiration. What do you intend to do in the future, or what are some of the things that you want to become or do with this field? So, assignment undertaken during your studies and all that. So the assignments that I'm taking during your during your studies, like I said, your project, I mean all that, end of semester project or end of program project. Yeah, there are some projects you do at the end of the semester that we do a presentation and all that on it, and there are some projects you do at the end of the whole program. And if you've done an internship somewhere, yes, you need to talk about it. You need to talk about it. If you don't have it, fine. Now let's quickly look at the postgraduate, the things you need to do. I mean the do's. The do's. Your short-term and long-term career and personal goals. Yes. Your short-term and long-term career goals. You need to be featured over here. Yes, you need to talk about it here. What are your short-term goals and what are your long-term personal goals? You need to talk about your evidence of professional achievement. Your professional achievement, it must come in your writing. It must show. If you had your first degree here, your second degree, it must show the institutions you've attended with their certificate and all that. And anecdote of teamwork, leadership and other corporate qualities. All these things you've done. If you've done a teamwork, like I said, if you've done a project work before in group, the role you played, it must be stated. What you do if you were the team lead, or you are the coordinator for a project. Anything. Talk about everything here, your leadership work, your corporate qualities. And again, you look at what your career expectation from the institution. Yes, what are some of the things you are expecting from the institutions to pursue this program? So again, that is for postgraduate studies. Noteworthy projects undertaken at work. Any project you have undertaken for postgraduate studies, it means that you already have your first degree. So all these things you have done, you must come. All these projects you have done, semester based, end of program, or anywhere, maybe outside research work. If you have also outside that, if you have also done volunteerism, if you've done a volunteerism work, this is where you must bring it. It must show that you've offered your skills and your abilities, your talent to serve humanity. It must come here. So these are basically some few things that you need to do for the statement of purpose. So what should be included? This is just more like you just throwing more light on what we have done. These are several elements that are vital for your statement of purpose. This includes your personal background. Yes, we talked about that. Your financial background. Yes, your academic details, your professional experience, full or part-time. Yes, if it's voluntary, you need to talk about it here. Your immediate and long-term goals, like I mentioned in the postgraduate dues. Reason why you wish to study at this particular institution. Yes. Reasons of being interested in the chosen field. We talked about it, about extracurricular activities. Things you've done aside academic work. We've talked about it. And also your published work. If you have published any articles or any book, papers submitted, anything, your interests, your hobbies. Yes, all these things you've done as far as academic work is concerned, you must include them. But don't forget, you must not try to write a lot. Don't write so much. Sometimes they will give you specification, let's say 300 words, or sometimes they will give you like 400 words. You must make sure you are within that limit. Don't write too much. Don't write and sometimes don't use too much of a grammar. It's simple English. Your words shouldn't be, your expression shouldn't be ambiguous. They should have straight meanings, direct meanings that will communicate just single one. They shouldn't try to have different meanings from individual point of view. So basically, this is a guide, a step-by-step guide. This tutorial is deep enough to guide you, right? Especially these few points I've listed here. If you follow it critically, you'll be able to write an awesome statement of purpose. But well, after reading all these things and you feel I can be of help, BUS can be of help, you can contact us here. Just visit our site, click on the link, and connect with us. We'll help you, we'll assist you in getting a good statement of purpose, but at an affordable cost. Yes, at an affordable cost. So contact us and we'll help you with all your academic writings. Just give us a message. You can drop a message in our comment section. Our channel, all our links will be added to the link below so that you can have direct access to us. So in today's lesson, we've been able to look at the 9 questions that will guide you in writing a good statement of purpose, and also I've taken you through the site, which has other details on what other component to be included in a statement of purpose. We look at them, and also the do's, and also the questions. Also, if you have some questions, just drop them in the comment section, and we will be able to respond to them. Don't forget, subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell below, so that if we upload any video, you'll be able to get them. And don't forget, visit our site with the link below, basfoundation.com, for all your scholarship tips. Thank you. See you in our next video. Bye bye.